let's see if we can get some. Let me see here. All right. Hopefully we got you guys. Looks like I might cut out a little bit. I don't know. You never know with the internet. Anyway, so Q&A Wednesday. I'm just calling it Q&A Wednesday. This is actually, I'm out for a long walk, by the way, with my good old buddy. Not too old. He's 5. That's Owen. And he and I are going for a nice long walk. The rain held up. We do typically 2 walks, and actually we usually do a walk and a run. I get him on the bike and do a run. Actually did that one time live. But right now we're going to take a nice long walk. Hopefully the rain will hold off. It's sprinkling a little bit, but that's all right. We're under a bunch of trees protecting us, going for a nice walk. So let's do a little Q&A. If you come on here, if you jump on in the next few minutes, we'll see if anybody is available and has some questions they want to ask. Health, fitness, nutrition, what have you. Fire away. If you got a question, I'm going to just walk and I'm going to keep myself on live, chat a little bit, maybe show you a little bit of nature, going through this great park. I've done videos in here before. It's right down the street from where I live. It's a really cool park. I'll show you. We're on a little walkway. Nice little nature park, keeping my social distance. Actually, I don't think anybody's out because it is raining a little bit. My dog doesn't really like the water. In fact, he's so funny because anytime, I don't know if you have a dog like this who has adversity to sprinklers. It's so funny. We're on a bike and a sprinkler is going off in a neighbor's yard and he'll do whatever he can. Gosh, say it's trying to reconnect. Hopefully it doesn't die on me. I will apologize if I do get cut. It just made it reconnect. But yeah, if you got something for me, hit me up right now. If you got nothing, that's cool too. I can just tell you one of the things as a health and fitness, I would say expert, 25 years in, like I mentioned, and actually I posted, I don't have all the answers, but I've been doing this for over 25 years. First personal training client, very first personal training client was in 1995. Yes, that ages me. I definitely feel a little older with the glasses on today. But my eyes needed a break from the contact lenses. Yeah, but my first personal training client in 1995, which actually I was in school for physical therapy, kind of getting started out in that and went into training and fitness. From then on, it was just a slew of experience. Good, bad, and indifferent. Worked in New York City, taught spinning, kickboxing, boxing, personal trained, worked in physical therapy, worked at the #1 orthopedic hospital. Again, that's not me. I just tripped over. Not to do this, just to share that I do have a bit of experience under my belt. Nutrition, fitness, had a couple of fitness businesses, owned a gym, nutrition certifications, all that sort of thing. Credentialing wise, yes, pretty much all the certifications you can do. Oh, hold on, I gotta navigate through here. Let's see what my dog does. Let's see if he walks through it. Oh, look, he's going through the puddle. He doesn't mind it. So cool. I walked on this little wood thing. So yeah, if you got any questions right now, David or Kimberly or Leona, if you got any health and fitness questions, by all means ask. Just stick it down in the chat. If you catch this on a replay, I'll come back and check this later. If you have a question, I'll answer it back on the replay for you. But right now, what better way? You know what I would say right now, the struggle is for most that I'm finding, even some of my coaching clients that have a plan, have structure. And if you're wondering who the heck am I anyway, Mark Avens, if you already known that, you popped on and said, oh, who's this Mark Avens guy? So I'm the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. So it's a program that I've developed. It's an online coaching program that I've developed and worked on really for the past 25 years, to be honest with you, because I've utilized everything I've learned working in the trenches, as they say, with clients over the past 25 years, trying to get weight off, try to get in better shape. Now I really specifically work with, most of the time, men and women that are over 40, trying to lose weight, trying to get in better shape. And I've developed a program you can do it without long workouts and impossible diets. I'm a realist. It's not black and white. I know sometimes the things, you have to be black and white, eat this, not that. I could just share with you that nothing's black and white. Right now, look. We don't know what's going on in this world. We don't know what's going on as far as tomorrow, whether you have a gym membership and get back to the gym, or, hey, thanks for all the loves. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate you. Hey, Janet. Hey, Katie. Welcome. Thank you. Super appreciative. Ask me a question if you're there. I see you loving it. So ask me a question. By all means, I want to answer. But I would say is the biggest challenge I find right now is people's schedules are all freaking jacked up right now. The problem is people's schedules are messed up. Their kids are home. They got to homeschool. I'll tell you what, you homeschooling parents beforehand, you got it dialed in. You had something. You are looking ahead. Because I tell you what, you're probably like, just another day. Well, chances are you're obviously challenged as well. But why is that challenging? Well, maybe you're used to going out to eat. I'll tell you what, one of the not so big challenges is I hear a lot of people that are actually saving money. Check this out. They're not going out to eat as much, so they're saving money. And some people are forced to make food at home, to actually cook some. Well, the good and bad about that is maybe you're not spending as much time. Oh, here comes the rain. I'm going to hang in here for you. We're going to go through this. I'm going to find an oak tree. Here in Florida, we got some big trees, and regardless, I think this is actually a good spot to camp out. We'll get under one of these trees, but I want to answer your questions if you have any. If not, what do you think about eating red meat? Cool. Red meat, I mean, I grew up on a farm. I don't think there's anything wrong with red meat, but I would say is if that's all you eat, then of course it's like anything else. If you only ate carbs, or if you only ate salad, or if you only ate fruit, again, there's going to be things. Of course, red meat has good sources of protein, but there's other ways to get good sources of protein. And in fact, I was talking to this with a client the other day who wants to get out of eating so much red meat. You know, unless you have like problems with gout or something like that, or have like adversity to eating a lot of red meat. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but it means if that's the main source of your diet, you might want to look to other ways to balance it out, right? There's never anything in balance. There's nothing wrong with having a good steak or a burger, but if you're eating steak and you're smothering it in butter and you don't have any vegetables and you don't have any you know, of course you got your fat and of course you got your protein, but if you don't have any of that other stuff in there, you're going to probably want to balance it out with some other things. So I always tell people, shoot, there's lots of people I know that like protein, but they don't get any fruits and vegetables. Like, hey, we need to have a little more diversity on your plate. So hopefully that helps. Hey, Jan, welcome. Matt, what's going on, Katie? Appreciate you. Listen, I'm going to give you a wave. I'm in here. We're in Florida. Hey, what's going on? Guy and Jenny, I appreciate it. I'm going to try to find, oh, you know, this tree might work really, really good. So I went on this walk. I was telling you, my dog didn't get a walk this morning. He typically gets one in the morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning, pretty much like clockwork. And it was downpouring. And now, look, I'm even kind of caught in a little bit of rain. That's not too bad. Let me show you this beautiful park that I'm in. Check this out. This is usually not filled, but check this out. It's pretty cool. Maybe if we see a turtle, I'll show you if there's any turtles over here. It's pretty neat. We used to take our kids here when they were little. I don't see any turtles at the moment. Maybe they're hiding from the rain. Isn't that pretty cool? So it's pretty neat. There's actually, this is basically just a little park outside of, I don't even come here as much as I should probably, but you're going to walk along. Listen, if you got any questions, how long do we need to work out each day? Oh, good question. Very good question. Well, it just depends on, you know, a couple of factors, what your goals are, what you have access to as far as time. That's the biggest thing. Like, time is usually the biggest factor when it comes to, and I know mom with little ones like you, Katie, I know the hardest thing is to find the time to do it. But I can tell you, I've been running a coaching program for the past 2.5 years. Again, I share with you my experience of 25 years. I have people that are getting amazing results and doing so in 15 minutes a day. I'm going to just be completely open and honest with you. My clients are doing workouts that are doing 15 to 20 minute workouts a day. And they're getting amazing results. It's, if you know what you're doing, I know people, the timing is not so much how much time, it's what you're doing with the time that you have. So in other words, I know people that go to I go to the gym, Mark, and I spend an hour 4 days a week going to the gym. But then when they break down what they're doing in the gym, it's like, okay, well, you could probably do that in 20 minutes. You could probably do that in 30 minutes. You're like, oh, no, I need to do all this cardio, and I need to do all this separate body part training, and I need to, you know, have a balance, get my heart rate going and work out and do cardio for 30 minutes. That's actually, now if you're trying to just improve your cardiovascular health, then you can, that's one way to do it. But as far as time, to answer how long do you need to work out each day to get to your answer, it really is up to what you have. It's what you want to spend each day and what you're available, what you have available to spend. I got clients that can't even do 15 minutes. Their schedules are so busy that they can't get in 15 to 20 minutes a day. So what do? Well, when you have a coach, we work out a plan and we build a structure, and I make it work even in 5 and 10 minutes a day. That's right. I actually had clients that, and now the rain's coming down. I have clients that are doing workouts 5 to 10 minutes a day. You're like, what the heck can you do there? Well, if you know what you need to do, what you can do, here's the way it works. And you have a coach that can help you get through what you need you don't have to worry. You don't have to waste your time. That's the problem. Most people waste a lot of time trying to figure out what to do. I've had clients that do 5-minute workouts 3-4 times a day. That's a 20-minute workout. Bam. How about that? So anyway, anybody else got any questions? We're asking Coach Mark here. Yes, I just talked to myself in the third person, trying to kill some time. We're going for a long walk. Just if you know, this is Owen. We're in a park. We're going to come out and we're going to go on my normal street. And I just thought I would ask, oh, here we go. Do you think honey is better than sugar? I use honey in my coffee. Do you think that's better? Good question. Really good. See if there's any other questions there. No, good. Katie, thank you so much for asking the questions. Honey, now, first off, honey, there's stuff in honey, and it's been proven. And I honestly think it's partly what's done me good as a kid growing up. I grew up on a farm. On a side note, maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't. Katie, you're on a farm, right? Don't you have animals and stuff like that, or your family? So I had, we grew up on a farm. I had chickens, cows, pigs, got the eggs, fresh eggs. We had bees. The reason why I'm saying that is we had our own bees for honey. And it was pretty amazing. My great aunt and great uncle would come over with those white suits on and go get the beehives, and they pull out the honeycomb, and they would literally just give me the honeycomb. They shake off the bees and give me the honeycomb to chew on. It was awesome. It was awesome. And I would say, now back to your question as far as honey, better than sugar? Yeah, but again, if you're drowning your coffee in a ton of honey every single day, it's going to add up calorie-wise. But as far as I don't know too many people. In fact, I've never met a person that actually, as far as for health purposes, that got unhealthy because they had too much honey. So I would say as an alternative, honey is a great alternative for a sweetener, but you got to be careful on how much you use, like anything, right? You use too much of it, like you asked in the red meat. Red meat isn't so bad, but if you're basically just consisting your diet of only red meat, you're going to be suffering from not getting some of the other things that you need from the vegetables and the nutrients that are in those vegetables. So hope that helps. I think this camera's getting a little wet here. But anyway, listen, if you got any more questions, I got a couple more minutes as I'm walking. Now I'm on back on the street. This is the one I have my Carver board on. And hey, Jan, what's going on? And Jenny, appreciate you, Guy. Let's see who else is on here. I'm going to say hello if you're jumping on here. Hey, Cindy, what's going on? Who else? Thank you. Yes. Cool. So yeah, honey's good. I know other things too. I can't verify as far as the honey goes, but I know local sources of honey are really good. It's something I actually tried to do myself because I get some allergies with all these trees and stuff around here, and the oak trees and palm trees and all that stuff. I got some allergies kicking in. Usually only bothers me in the morning, but I did hear that honey, and I say here that I've read and studied that honey has a good source for helping with allergies. So a little bit of honey is good for you. So and it tastes good. I use that sometimes. I don't put it in my coffee, but I've heard that. I might have to try it. How do you like it? By the way, Katie, in your coffee, I might have to try that. I actually like my coffee just with a little bit of cream. Yes, I use regular cream. I don't use the almond milk. You can't really mix it up. I don't put butter in my coffee, although, I don't know who wants to put butter in a coffee. I'll put butter on a bagel. Again, I'm just being real with you. But butter in a coffee, I don't know about. So aside from that, coffee, black, sugar. The problem is, here's the problem with sugar. I mentioned the other day, sugar is more addictive than cocaine. So, and whether you have any experience in that department, I personally don't, but if you did, cocaine is addictive, right? You know that. It's killed people. Sugar does too, but sugar kills way more people than cocaine. You know why? Because it's actually more addictive. Sugar is the problem. I talked about carbs and bread the other day, and I was talking about why are we, one of the 10 things, why do I like carbs so much? It's addictive, because what's in carbs? Or what's in bread? Carbs, and what else? Sugar. There's sugar in bread, and that's why it's so dang tasty, like garlic rolls and some of the bread they bring out at the Italian restaurant before your meal, and you just really down it and down it and down it. So listen, hey Jordan, if you got any questions, hit me up right now. I got probably about maybe 3 or 4 more minutes before I take off from here. And if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to ask. Ask the coach. I mentioned earlier, if you're catching this now, you can go back and watch the beginning. Some of you know me. I recognize some of your names. I'm going to not walk fast because this guy is going to go by this big puddle and I don't want to get splashed. I'll show you. See that puddle right there? Ooh, no, he's not going to get me. I'm already wet enough. I don't need to get any more wet. Oh, here comes a truck. I better get by before he has a... We ever gone and want to just splash somebody that's walking their dog on their phone? That would be really, really funny right now. Hey, Annette, what's going on? So you got any questions? Ask. Weight loss, nutrition, workouts, fitness, any of that. Hit me up. This is real time. There's nothing scripted. You want to know? A real coach would be able to answer your questions. Now, I don't have all the answers. I even said that in the post. But I have enough of 25 years of experience. Again, I say that because I know what happens is, oh, well, I can just, Google search and I can just go get that nutrition plan. I can just get that workout on Google. I can do that. Sure, you can. In fact, I talked to this with a client today. I had a call with a potential client who just became a client, by the way, actually. And one of the things we talked about was like, hey, I'm tired of going on. I just don't, there's so many opinions. There's so many options. There's so many workouts. So many people doing freebie workouts now. So many nutrition plans. So many fitness apps. So many fitness apps, right? Here's the deal. None of that stuff's going to get you in shape if you don't do it. At the end of the day, like, no, I got this new app, and I got this app, and I got this great nutrition plan from my neighbor down the street who did really well, and I'm on this diet plan. Here's the thing. You still have to do the work. And here's the difference. When you have a coach, somebody with experience, somebody that's going to hold you to the fire, and somebody that you are paying for, you start to pay more attention. At the end of the day, people who pay more attention. And that's regarding anything. It is. It's legit. It's regarding it. Here comes my cool neighbors. I'm going to say hello to them. Here we go. What's going on? Hey, guys. Good. Looking good. Awesome. So here's the deal. And that's a great couple there. I remember that when our kids were little. These are my neighbor. They got a dog and a couple of kids. It's awesome. See them out on bikes. So good. It kind of makes me reminisce of back when my kids were little. Now they're 16 and 14. Oh, my gosh. So I'll tell you what. Back to your questions. You got any more questions? Nobody's listening now. That's okay. So I hope the ones that were asked were answered. I hope you got good answers. I'm going to do this more often. If you have questions, what I'll recommend, because I know this is kind of like on the spot, send me a message with your question. Literally just shoot me a private message. I'm not going to try to sell you on coaching. Hey, if you want to be in great shape and you need a coach, then you'll reach out to me. But you can ask if you just have a question. You want to say, hey, Mark, what do you think about this diet? Or what do you think about using kettlebells? Or what do you think about, what's your advice on honey, like Katie asked, or on, do you think meat is good for you? Again, why do you want to listen to what I have to say? Because I've worked with thousands of people over the number of years. X amount of people have been doing this. And I've been able to, and that's what my Lean Body Breakthrough program is all about, is a kind of conglomeration of the past 2.5 decades and knowing what people need, what they don't, ups and downs, and what people, particularly in their 40s. And I would say, while I can help people at all different ages, I really focus my attention on people who are now in my season of life, in their 40s, wearing glasses. This is kind of weird. I usually wear contacts, but my eyes needed a little break today. So I needed to put on the glasses. And if you're older and your eyes are going, you feel what I'm saying there, and you guys that maybe lost some hair, you feel what I'm saying there. It's different. When we get older, things are all different. Our bodies respond differently. Our body's nutritional needs are differently. Our body's workout needs are different. When we get older, we have to be careful. Here's the one thing I never get asked. Well, I always hear people talk about injuries or talk about my body's aches and pains, but I've never had anybody really come up and say, hey, I want to get a program put together for preventative measures to prevent me from hurting my knees and hurting my hips and hurting my back. And, that's a hard thing to sell. I don't sell that. I usually help people after the fact, once they've already banged up their knees, banged up their hips and their back and their shoulders, limited on their feet. They ran too much their whole life. That's when it comes down to needing a coach who understands the season you're in. And that's kind of where I'm at now. So listen, I'm back home front. Good walk, good talk. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Have a blessed day. If you want more information about what I do, just send me a message. If you have questions just about weight loss, fitness, any of that, let's be social. If you're just hanging out at home watching Netflix, why don't you hit me up? If you need to get started on a fitness plan, hit me up. We'll get on a call and we'll see if you'd be a good fit for my Lean Body Breakthrough coaching program. That's all I got. Take care and have a blessed evening.